always on the ground and on sale. They've undergone a rigorous inspection by our service team, and then they're priced by Woody.
Next, we add a free lifetime powertrain warranty, good as long as you own that vehicle. Financing, piece of cake.
Talk to me, Scott Wilkinson, or any of the Overflow team, and we'll go to work for you to put some smiles in your miles.
Hey, this is Chip Johnson reminding you it ain't been long since they were new. Talk to us.
Woody Folsom Overflow. Some restrictions apply, but not many. Talk to us today, my dear.
Hey, speaking of deers.
Yes, Mama?
You know that deer head on Cousin Bartow's wall? Now Bartow's got him wearing sunglasses and his Mardi Gras beads.
Oh, dear. Woody Folsom Overflow.
Where the dealing's done.
Hey, are you going fishing? Come on by the bait shop. We got most everything you need. Tackle, live bait, including worms, crickets, cut shad, minnows, gold shiners. Here at the bait shop, we are avid fishermen ourselves. We know what you need. The bait shop is located in Jesup at 4074 Savannah Highway, next to Twice the Ice. The bait shop is open 7 days a week, 6 to 6. Get your bait and tackle at the bait shop in Jesup, 4074 Savannah Highway, next to Twice the Ice. Remember, our bait's the sweetest bait in town. Come on out and see us.
Great products, low prices, helpful service. That's Harris Ace Hardware. Harris Ace is your place for Yeti coolers, Traeger grills, Costa de Mar sunglasses, Calcutta Renegade coolers, plus Harris Ace is your hometown dealer for yellow wood treated lumber. Harris Ace will not be undersold on price, so you know you're getting the best price at Harris Ace. Your favorite place for hardware and lumber supplies is Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup.
Do you need a new lawnmower? If so, head to Knight Saw Company in Baxley. Choose from a large selection of name brand mowers. Knight Saw Company offers the best lawnmowers at the best prices anywhere. They also have in stock belts, batteries, and parts for all mowers, along with name brand trimmers, blowers, and hedge trimmers. For over 50 years, Wayne Countyans have been getting their power lawn equipment and parts from Knight's. Knight Saw Company on the Jesup side of Baxley on Highway 341. Does your body need some work? At Morton Collision Center, our comprehensive professional auto repair services will restore your vehicle to its pre-accident condition quickly and affordably. Expert collision repair, undetectable color matching, free estimates, all insurance claims welcome, towing from the wreck with your request. Let the friendly staff at Morton Collision Center help you by dealing with the insurance company directly. Call 385-1048. That's 385-1048. We guarantee all of our work. Morton Collision Center. Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Board of Education met Tuesday after an executive session in which the board discussed the superintendent's evaluation. The board announced that the evaluation is completed and the superintendent received successful ratings, and the board voted to extend his superintendent's contract beginning July 1st until June 30th of 2021. The board noted a lot of improvements throughout the school year, highlighted by the increase of CCRPI scores, graduation rates, and focused efforts on improving district administration and job descriptions. WIFO-FM talked to the superintendent after the meeting. He says he's grateful for the extension and looking forward to overseeing several upcoming projects, including the renovation of James E. Bacon and the construction of a new track at the high school, to name just a few. Speaking of the track, several on hand at Tuesday's meeting under public participation, representing a committee that is formed to see that the new track complex is named in honor of Helen Willis Fluker, longtime teacher and coach at Wayne County. Tyrone McGill, Betty Sapp, Amon Johnson all spoke at the board meeting asking the board to name the facility in honor of Helen Willis Fluker. Board and superintendent states they'll be working with the committee and following board policies and procedures in place in order to name a facility after someone. Personnel always on the agenda. Here's a list of Tuesday's approved recommendations in personnel. Certified recommendations: Rosetta George, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Carol Ann Griffiths, Martha Ross Smith Elementary; Quavon Spriggs, Wayne County High School; Amber Stickney, Arthur Williams Middle School; and Andrea Willis, Odom Elementary. Certified resignations: Sherry Bachelor, Wayne County High School; Holly Kickletter, James E. Bacon Elementary. Classified recommendations: Tammy Allen, Jesup Elementary School Food Service; Brianna Browning, Scriven Elementary; Rebecca Cannon, Martha Ross Smith School Food Service; Cynthia Crawford, Transportation; Renika Jackson, Jesup Elementary; Aline Kearns, Martha Puckett Middle School Food Service; Jerry Sloan, Transportation; and Robert Wingate, Martha Puckett Middle School. Classified transfer: Brandy Barnes, Jesup Elementary SFS to Jesup Elementary Parapro; Katie Davis, Martha Ross Smith to Jesup Elementary Parapro; Antoinette Sanders, Central Office SFS Manager Trainee, to Arthur Williams Middle School School Food Service Manager. Classified resignations: Rosetta George, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, Corey McClendon, Wayne County High School, Marquita Robinson, Wayne County High School, and Andrea Willis, Odom Elementary. Wayne County Superior Court in session this week, beginning this morning at 8:30 a.m. A jury of 6 men and 6 women will begin listening to evidence and testimony in the case of State of Georgia versus 17-year-old Jay Pittman, scheduled to be a high school senior this coming year, but has spent more than a year in jail, charged with armed robbery, violation of the Georgia Street Gang Terrorism Act. His co-defendants in the case, Brooks Tyre and Armand Fuller, have already pleaded guilty and are serving time for their role in this series of gang-related crimes which occurred in Wayne County. Judge Stephen Kelly on the bench. Trial is expected to last 2 days. WIFO will have the results of the case once a jury reaches a verdict. These past 2 days, there's been an immunity hearing in the murder case in the shooting death of Gary Floyd, which occurred in Wayne County back on July 30th, 2018. Charged with murder is Earl Watson Jr. We'll be back with the full report on day 2 of that immunity hearing, where both Earl Watson Jr. testified, as did Gary Floyd's wife, Beth Floyd, who was an eyewitness to the shooting. Again, all that when we come back after these commercial messages.
Change is one big thing you can count on. And as life changes, you can count on Altamaha Federal Credit Union to help keep you and your family's finances on solid ground. We'll help you keep more of what you earn and make the most of what you have. Visit us to see how we can guide you and your family towards financial success through all life's changes. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Ludowici, and Scriven. Visit us at altamaha.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
And then along came Walker Jones.
June is all about Silverado and Walker Jones Chevrolet. With all new 2018 Chevy Silverados sold at GM employee prices. And you keep all the rebates. Total discounts up to $14,000. Or choose 0% for 72 months and up to $2,250 in down payment assistance from GM Financial. Or get a new 2019 Silverado Crew Cab 1LT or RST and take $9,000 off. Or 0% for 72 months. Find new roads at Walker Jones Chevy.
Restrictions apply. See dealer for details. and 6/30/19.
The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce invites you to a ribbon cutting for The Knife Guy on Thursday, July 11th at 10 a.m. The Knife Guy is a retail store that specializes in knives, gifts, and collectibles. Come celebrate with us at 2162 Savannah Highway in Jesup for the ribbon cutting for The Knife Guy on Thursday, July 11th at 10 a.m. The Wayne County Chamber of Commerce invites you to a ribbon cutting for The Knife Guy on Thursday, July 11th at 10 a.m.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a large selection of new and exciting floor plans from the nation's top manufacturers like Clayton, Fleetwood, Scott Built, and Homes of Merit. All of our homes feature modern kitchens and appliances, R60 and higher insulation values, thermopane windows, and energy-efficient heat pumps. We have 2 locations to serve you, 2452 Savannah Highway in Jesup and Highway 301 South between I-16 and the bypass in Statesboro. Come see Charles, Faye, or Sheridan today.
In other news, the 2-day immunity hearing in the case of State of Georgia versus Earl Watson Jr. ended Tuesday with no closing arguments, but instead a chamber conference with the attorneys and Judge Stephen Kelly. Both sides state they'll present their arguments to the judge in writing. Also, the judge has several videos and audio tapes to listen to that were not played in court due to objections yesterday, so the judge will view those in private, listen to those, and make a ruling on the defense's immunity motion to have all the charges against Earl Watson Jr. thrown out. If not, the judge will rule that there's sufficient evidence to head to trial. Watson is facing an 8-count indictment, including murder in the July 30th, 2018 shooting death of Gary Floyd, which occurred on Little Creek Road in Wayne County. On that fateful day, 3 people were at the scene: Gary Floyd, who was shot and killed, his wife Beth Floyd, who was an eyewitness to the shooting, and the defendant Earl Watson Jr. On Tuesday in court, both Beth Floyd and Earl Watson took the stand and testified under oath as to what happened on that fateful day back in July of 2018. 2 stories are totally different. Earl Watson says he feared for his life and did everything he could to prevent an altercation with Floyd, while Beth Floyd says that Earl Watson stopped his truck in front of their house that day, began yelling at her husband to come out and talk to him, began yelling continuously to stay away from his property and his wife, and then just took out his gun and fired several shots at her husband, and then got back in his truck and just drove away. We begin with the testimony of the defense's only witness in this hearing, and that is the wife of Gary Floyd, Beth Floyd. Again, back on July 30, 2018, she testified in tears that she and her husband woke up that day, were discussing a camping trip that they were about to embark on, and that at home at the time were 3 children, 2 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild. All 3 left the house, got in Beth's vehicle as she was about to take them to town for a shopping spree. Beth Floyd says her husband was working in his shop in the back of the house, but came out to say goodbye to the children and was walking towards the road when Beth Floyd says she saw Earl Watson drive up, get out of his truck, and began yelling at her husband and for him to come talk to him. Floyd says that her husband was just walking towards where Watson was, and Watson continued to yell at her husband, telling him to stay away from his property and to quit harassing his wife and father. Beth Floyd says her husband Gary told Watson that he didn't know who his wife was and that the argument continued, and soon Watson pulled out his gun, shot her husband several times. She says her husband was falling to the ground, and Watson shot him one final time, got in his truck, and drove away. Again, that's the story and testimony of Beth Floyd in court Tuesday afternoon. Earl Watson took the stand earlier in the afternoon as a defense witness. He tells a totally different story than the one Beth Floyd tells. Watson says he went to work that day at school, but that he has some medical issues and he has to go sometimes home to get the medicine. So he left to go back home to get his medicine, but was thinking about the upcoming magistrate court hearing, which was set for August 7th of 2018, that was going to hopefully deal with all the issues in the neighborhood that they were having trouble with Gary Floyd. Watson, up to this date, had never had an encounter with Floyd himself, but Floyd had run-ins with his wife, his father, and his brother, and other neighbors in the Little Creek community. Watson says he stopped by the house to simply talk with Gary Floyd to let him know who Earl Watson was, because he felt that Floyd was simply getting everyone confused, and he wanted to let Floyd know who he was and that he wanted him to stop harassing his wife and father and family. Watson says the conversation began as a calm conversation, and he told him that he needed to stay off his property and to stop intimidating his wife and family. But Watson says all of a sudden something changed, and all of a sudden Floyd began charging at Watson. So Watson says he was in fear for his life, pulled his gun, fired a warning shot in the air, continued to tell Floyd to stop. Watson testified that he believes he yelled stop 3 times before firing the gun at Floyd. Watson says it happened so fast he didn't even know if he hit Floyd or not. He says he got in his truck, went home, and called 911. Once again, 2 totally different versions of what happened that day on July 31st, 2018. Other witnesses testified Tuesday. A lot of information about the number of shots fired and what the autopsy showed came out in court yesterday. We'll come back with all that and more right after this word from our sponsors of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Change is one big thing you can count on. And as life changes, you can count on Altamaha Federal Credit Union to help keep you and your family's finances on solid ground. We'll help you keep more of what you earn and make the most of what you have. Visit us to see how we can guide you and your family towards financial success through all life's changes. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Ludowici, and Scriven. Visit us at altamaha.org. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Jones Prescription Shop, just like the Atlanta Braves, have all the bases covered for your prescription needs. Jones Prescription Shop offers fast, friendly service, specialty packaging, vaccinations, and they have a great selection of over-the-counter medications. For your convenience, they also have a drive-through and delivery service available. Jones Prescription Shop accepts most insurance plans. Give them a call at 427-8825. Come give their hometown service a try. Jones Prescription Shop, 101 Peachtree Street, Jesup, proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Do you suffer from constant pain? Does your pain make life miserable at home, with family, and at work? Do you feel helpless and without hope? At Advanced Healthcare Center on South 1st Street in Jesup, they understand that constant pain is an awful condition that can lead to depression, disability, and utter despair. Advanced Healthcare now offers 2 proven effective treatments to reduce and relieve constant pain. Percutaneous electric nerve or PINS treatments and decompression traction therapy are highly effective at relieving constant pain in the spine, muscles, nerves, and other joints. Their highly trained healthcare professionals at Advanced Healthcare can fully evaluate, diagnose, and treat your constant pain syndrome and help restore your life and hope again. These new treatment options, combined with proper medication management, chiropractic, physical, and massage therapy, are covered by most major insurance plans. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Call Advanced Healthcare Center in Jesup today at 427-8433. Feel better today.
Finally in the news, the past 2 days at the Wayne County Courthouse, the state and the defense held an immunity hearing in front of Judge Stephen Kelly in the murder case in which the defendant Earl Watson Jr. faces an 8-count indictment for the July 30th, 2018 shooting death of Gary Floyd, which occurred on Little Creek Road in front of Gary Floyd's home out on a dirt road. And defense attorney Tracy Brown is arguing that his client acted in self-defense and that the charges should be dismissed, while the state's case is that Earl Watson was the aggressor and that this confrontation began with Watson, and the state argues that the only one with a weapon on that day was Watson, who had a gun and shot and killed Gary Floyd. And they have as an eyewitness Gary Floyd's wife, who says she asked Watson to leave that day several times, but he simply did not, and her husband was shot and killed. One thing that came out in court Tuesday was the autopsy report, which shows that on that fateful day, Gary Floyd had meth in his system, 1.3 milligrams per liter, 10 times past psychic levels, testified to by Dr. Kevin Kahn, who studied the autopsy report and testified in court Tuesday. Kahn stated Tuesday that the level of meth in Floyd's system that fateful day was a dangerous level to himself and to others. Beth Floyd on Tuesday, under cross by attorney Tracy Brown, said that this week is the first time she ever knew that her husband was on meth. They were married for 8 years, but she testified that she never saw her husband do drugs. Kahn also testified to the 8 gunshot wounds, 6 bullets hit Floyd, 8 entry wounds, several exit wounds. On cross, Kahn admitted he never conducted one autopsy, and the assistant DA, John B. Johnson, at one point told Kahn, quote, "You're simply just guessing," to which Kahn answered, "No, I'm testifying." Kahn says he has seen people on meth, and he says it makes them paranoid, angry, sometimes violent. Johnson asked Kahn what he was being paid for his testimony, and he said he was not being paid at all. Johnson pointed out that Kahn is the family doctor of the Watson family, and he says he was just trying to paint their narrative of what happened on that fateful day. The defense also called a 30-plus year veteran of the GBI, Jay Jarvis, who says he's testified in over 700 cases in court, is a forensic consultant. He also says he's not getting paid, but his travel expenses are being taken care of. He testified that in his opinion, all the evidence simply matches everything that Earl Watson Jr. says took place that day. Johnson and Cross says, "You're just guessing. This is your story. You're sticking to it." Johnson asked, "In all the trials you testified in, how many times have you disagreed with the GBI's expert witnesses?" To which Jarvis said, "None." So Johnson says, "Well, this is the first time." Johnson said, "Well, there's a first time for everything. Maybe you're wrong." To which Jarvis said he hopes the GBI medical examiner is wrong in this case. Back and forth it went all day Tuesday. One-time Assistant DA John B. Johnson said, "All this is good for us for the newspaper and the radio." Also testifying was Donnie Ray, the chief deputy. Big part of this case is that most believe Gary Floyd was in need of help. Joe Cunningham, a neighbor of the Little Creek community and an officer in law enforcement for 34 years, testified that he went to the sheriff and Donnie Ray, told them that something needed to be done about Floyd in that neighborhood or someone was going to get hurt. So on July 24th of 2018, Donnie Ray and Detective David Stallings and 2 other officers went out to talk with Floyd and tell him to stay on his property and quit being a problem in the neighborhood. On the stand Tuesday, though, Donnie Ray was asked many questions about that visit to Floyd's residence, but at least 15 times Donnie Ray, the chief deputy, answered, "I don't remember" or "I don't recall." Attorney Tracy Brown wanted to play the 40-minute video, as everything on that day was recorded by a police cam, but Assistant DA John B. Johnson objected to the video being played in court. So again, the video was not played in court. It is just another piece of evidence that the judge, Stephen Kelly, will have to listen to by himself. Also not played in court is the 911 tape that Beth Floyd made on that fateful day. Again, objections to that. So again, the judge will take that and listen to it privately before making his ruling in this case. 2 days of intense court drama, 2 families dealing with the tragedy of that day. Beth Floyd's husband is dead, and the Watson's family's son, Earl, is charged with the murder. Next step is for the judge's ruling on this motion. Again, he has the final say on whether this case moves forward or all charges are dropped and that Earl Watson acted in self-defense. As soon as the ruling is handed down, WIFO FM will have that ruling here on our local news. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. We'll update all the scores from the state tournaments yesterday. Coming up in sports, Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties since 1998. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the local nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our administrative office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak with someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
When you have an accident, you, not the insurance company, chooses the body shop, and you only need one estimate. All you have to do is call Jerome Riles at B&C Collision Center in downtown Scriven to deal with the adjusters and insurance company. Whether it's a little ding or a major crash, that B&C Collision Center across from Wasden Cabinet Shop in Scriven, deal with the insurance company so you don't have to. Call them at 579-2274. That's 579-2274.
Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Brought to you by the Odom Baptist Church.
Do you want to live a pain-free life? To finally bend over or reach above your head without pain? Do you have difficulty walking? Or have you injured yourself playing sports? At Smart Physical Therapy, we believe everyone deserves a life without pain. We are dedicated to serving our patients by addressing your specific needs as a person. Call Smart Physical Therapy today, where we have a dedicated staff that utilizes the most advanced and current techniques in physical therapy to reduce your pain and improve your function. Call Smart Physical Therapy and speak to Garrett Pye, Clayton Connors, or Nick Child today. The therapists at Smart Physical Therapy are dedicated to committing one-on-one time with you and addressing your goals. Here at Smart, we would like to thank Wayne County for being voted Wayne's favorite. Contact Smart Physical Therapy to get scheduled today. We're located at 360 Peachtree Street across from Dr. Hendricks and Dr. Harris's office. The number to reach Smart Physical Therapy, 559-2071, 559-2071. Again, 559-2071.
Hi, good morning. Some early clouds, but a mostly sunny day. North wind 10 to 15. There's a 20% chance of mainly afternoon showers and thunderstorms, low 90s. Mostly cloudy, becoming more partly cloudy, low 70s for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, northeast breeze, 20% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mid 90s. Friday, partly sunny, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low 90s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
WIFO-FM, Big Dog Country. Time to check your birthdays and anniversaries. Brought to you by Bartram Power Sports.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday wishes today going out to Tennille Stevens. Tennille Stevens, happy birthday, Tennille Stevens from the Trapnels this morning. Bruce Green is 50 today. Happy 50th birthday, Bruce Green. Bruce Green is 50 today. James Bradley celebrating. Birthday wishes, James Bradley. Happy birthday, Kaylin Cruz. Kaylin Cruz. Sandra Dixon as well. Sandra Dixon. Lawton Durden celebrating. Lawton Durden. And Miranda Rogers. Happy birthday, Miranda Rogers from the Robin Eubank State Farm gang this morning. Happy first birthday, Sydney Keller. This was yesterday. We love you so much, from Mommy, Daddy, and Grayson. Sydney Keller from Mommy, Daddy, and Grayson. I think we had that via text yesterday. Sydney Keller turned 1 yesterday. Carson Robertson is 5. Happy 5th birthday to Carson. Love Auntie Becca, Uncle Corey, Eli, and Bo. Carson Robinson is 5 years old today. Happy 5th birthday to Carson Robinson this morning. Ava Lacey, 2 years old. Happy 2nd birthday, Ava Lacey. Ava Lacey is 2 today. Happy 2nd birthday to Ava Lacey. Happy birthday to Jeremiah Lara. Happy birthday, Jeremiah Lara, on Wednesday from your Oak Quinn Baptist Church family and your youth Sunday school class. So Jeremiah Lara celebrating today from your Oak Quinn Baptist Church family and youth Sunday school class.
Long County calendar this morning on the 26th. Michelle Tootle and Haley Baxter. Happy birthday, Michelle Tootle and Haley Baxter. Michelle Tootle and Haley Baxter. Long County calendar this morning. All right, you can be text-defying right now at 912-427-3711. Birthdays, anniversaries on WIFO brought to you by Bargain Power Sports. We want to wish Kevin Jackson and Julian Jackson Jr. happy birthday from Mom, Nana, Papa, Bubba, and Tricia. Kevin Jackson and Julian Jackson Jr. Kevin Jackson, Julian Jackson Jr. from Mom, Nana, Papa, Bubba, and Tricia. Happy birthday, Peyton Highsmith from Mommy and Sister. Peyton Highsmith from Mom and your sister, or Peyton Highsmith today. Happy 16th birthday to Caleb Watson from Poppy with love. Caleb Watson from Poppy with love. Also wishes for Caleb Watson from Dad, who loves you very much. Caleb Watson celebrating from Dad. Happy birthday to Morgan Reddish with lots of love from Mindy and Madison for Morgan Reddish. Morgan Reddish celebrating. Peyton Highsmith is 11 from Papa and Nanny. And I don't know what R-O-Z-I means, Rosie, or whatever. It's in capital letters. I'm not sure if that's something that means something to somebody. But Peyton Highsmith is 11. Tennille Wall celebrating the best of birthdays. Happy 43rd birthday. We love you, Tennille Wall. Celebrating Tennille Wall. Ava Lacey, 2. We love you from Maddie for Ava Lacey. Ava Lacey is 2 with love from Maddie. All right, we did Caleb Watson. What is this? Got one more that's highlighted somewhere. Let's see what that is. Okay, that looks like that was a contest from yesterday. So you've got time to shoot one in via text this morning at 912-427-3711. Birthdays, anniversaries on WIFO brought to you by Bargain Power Sports.
Famous birthdays today. Khloe Kardashian is 35.
I was so honored to be asked. You know, they sent the email, and I sent my publicist, and my sisters and I, we share the same team. And I said, I think you sent this to the wrong sister. And they were like, no.
Actress Julia Duffy Newhart is 68.
Hi, I'm Julia Duffy.
And I'm Peter Scolari.
Welcome to Friday Night Videos, where Peter won't be juggling.
And billionaire and former presidential candidate H. Ross Perot is 89.
And you don't care about anything but making money, there will be a giant sucking sound going south. If the people send me to Washington, the first thing I'll do is study that 2,000-page agreement and make sure it's a two-way street.
Happy 5th birthday, Carson Robertson. Love Daddy, Mama, and John Wesley for Carson Robertson, 5 years old. And happy 16th birthday to Caleb Watson. Caleb Watson, 16 from the Spells. All right, one last chance at 912-427-3711 for birthdays and anniversaries. When we come back, we'll bring you your Big Dog Country birthday cake winner on this Wednesday. Birthdays and anniversaries on WIFO brought to you by Bargain Power Sports. Good morning from the Big Dog at 7:36.
Bargeman Power Sports invites everyone to come visit their unbelievable new showroom on Highway 301 South in Jesup and on Highway 341 in Brunswick. They have a great selection of ATVs, golf carts, mowers, and more. Bargeman Power Sports carries Arctic Cat 4-wheelers and side-by-sides, the new popular Can-Am 4-wheelers and side-by-sides, cruise carts, and Yamaha golf carts. Bargeman's has the full line of Kimco scooters. Don't forget, Bargeman Power Sports offers a complete service department for all your service and repair needs. Stop by today and check out Bargeman Power Sports, Highway 301 South in Jesup, and their new location on Highway 341 next to I-95 in Brunswick.
Your Big Dog Country birthday cake winner on this Wednesday. Happy 5th birthday to Carson Robinson. Carson Robinson picks up that cake from the Jesup Piggly Wiggly Bakery. Certificate here at the station. You come by, you pick that up. It's good for today. Only head to the pig and claim your prize. Bargain Power Sports, Brunswick, Jesup, online, bargainpowersports.com. Wishing Carson Robinson happy 5th birthday, the Big Dog Country birthday cake winner. Well, thank you for waking up at WIFO FM at 7:37. Bob will check sports, state news from GNN on the way, and a whole lot more on this Wednesday morning. Happy 5th anniversary, Coach Adams, with love from Kelsey. For Coach Adams, happy 5th anniversary to Coach Adams from Kelsey with love.
Happy birthday.
Carson Robinson, 5, picks up the cake from the Jesup Piggly Wiggly Bakery. All right, it's 7:37. Let's get a look at the GNN Weather Center forecast, brought to you this morning by First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907.
When it comes to growing a family business, we understand the business of growing.
At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years with competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit. First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit firstsoutherngA.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, good morning. Some early clouds, but a mostly sunny day. North wind 10 to 15. There's a 20% chance of mainly afternoon showers and thunderstorms, low 90s. Mostly cloudy, becoming more partly cloudy, low 70s for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, northeast breeze, 20% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, mid 90s. Friday, partly sunny, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low 90s. Georgia meteorologist John Weatherby in the GNN Weather Center.
River level looks like we've crested at 8.5, starting to fall. 8.5 falling river level. Low tide 9:31. High this afternoon 3:44, 6.3 feet. Low again this evening, 10:01, sunset at 8:36. Temperatures in the low 70s this morning, 72 here at FM 105.5 WIFO. Your GNN Weather Center forecast on the Big Dog, brought to you this morning by First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. All right, 7:39. Let's check in with state news from GNN on the Big Dog. That's brought to you this morning by England's Mobile Glass and England's Collision Center.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road.
You can take your horse down to England's Collision Center and Mobile Glass. We've been serving Wayne County for over 20 years. We want to help you get the best